How's it going, guys? Examples here and welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've posted the video. The last video I believe you have seen from me is the kind of pilot episode of the Budget to Pro Pokemon series that I was going to be doing. And don't get me wrong, I will be doing the Budget to Pro Pokemon series and also the Budget to Pro Yu-Gi-Oh series. In fact, I've already re-recorded episode number 1 of the Yu-Gi-Oh Budget to Pro series. It just needs to be edited and uploaded to the channel. It'll probably come out after this box opening and another video that I've got prepared as well. I want to give myself a little bit of time to make sure that I get the edit correct on that particular video, but at the same time I want to make sure that I get everything kind of prepared for the videos going forward on that series as well. So that does mean that that particular episode that you saw of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Budget to Pro series is more of a pilot episode, as I mentioned, mostly because I wanted to actually change the deck that we're starting with, because the deck that we chose doesn't really have too much competitive viability and competitive expansion, in my opinion, that we can make to the deck, whereas the deck that we've chosen now does actually make a little bit more sense in the current format. But regardless, today we have a box of Genesis Impact to open. The main reason I got this particular box is we have the Evil Twins in here, we have the Drytrons in here. A couple of the Nightmare cards have also been reprinted in this set as well. I believe Nightmare Unicorns in this set, for example. But the main reason we got it is for the Evil Twins and for the Drytrons, because those are two decks that I really want to kind of experiment with in the current format. And I thought, what better way to start kind of building the deck out than to get a Genesis Impact box. I know this isn't the most economical way to build the deck. Obviously, the most economical way to build the deck is to buy the singles and do it that way, because then you're guaranteed the cards that you want for the deck. Whereas obviously in the box, you're not guaranteed any of the cards that you're looking for. However, we are going with the booster box just to kind of kickstart the journey on both Drytrons and Evil Twins. And then we can kind of look at these single cards going from there. And hopefully we can have a bit of a deck profile or a couple of deck profiles going forward for those two decks, as well as our series that we've got obviously going with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Budget Pro series. Regardless, we're going to crack this box open. We have our trusty box cutter knife here, which we obviously use to get this particular item out of the box that arrived today. We had this arrive, another booster box, and also a pop figure arrived today, which is awesome. So I'm very, very happy and excited to get the two products open that we did buy alongside the pop figure. Obviously, one of them being this lovely booster box here. And then the other one, we do have another booster box which will open in the near future. But let's crack this Genesis Impact box open. We'll take one of the sides out first, open that side, and then come back for the other. So start off with the right-hand side of the box, I think. We'll just put the left-hand side of the box just out of shot there, and then put the right-hand side packs over to the left as well. So I'm actually quite happy that I managed to pick up this booster box and the other booster box, because a lot of the stuff at the moment is currently out of stock, which means it's quite difficult to get hold of booster boxes and single packs for that matter. Single cards are a little bit easier to get hold of because there's a lot of people trying to shift cards that they don't want at the moment due to obviously the current climate. But regardless of that, let's crack into our first pack here. So as I said, we're looking for Drytron and Evil Twin cards. That's the main thing we are looking for. So hopefully we can get some of those during the opening. So first off, we get Magitus Thurigi, I guess is how you pronounce that. I probably butchered that, but we got that. Drytron Gamma I'm going to butcher half these cards, I apologise, guys. We get a Drytron card, so we'll put that to one side. Engraver of the Mark, Perform Age Hat Trick. So we get a Nightmare Phoenix reprint, so we'll pop that just up here. We get an Evil Twin present, so we'll pop that here. And then a Trismatigus, I guess is how you pronounce that. So we'll pop that here. Bear with me 2 seconds. I'll be back in just a moment. I just want to grab my card sleeves, my clear card sleeves for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Japanese sized cards, just so we can start sleeving up our super rares and go from there. So bear with me 2 seconds, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I am back and we've got our clear card sleeves here. So we'll just go ahead and start sleeving up the holographic cards that we do get in this opening. And we'll go from there. The only reason I'm using the clear sleeves is just because I like using them for the for my binders. So that's the main reason we're using clear sleeves. So we'll put the 3 piles here. So any Nightmare cards we get, we'll put here: Drytron and then Evil Twin. And then obviously I can go through all the Drytron and Evil Twin stuff off camera and start building the deck that we're looking to build for both of those. So pack number 2 here. Let's see if we continue with some good stuff. So there's another Drytron Zeta Aldebar, I guess is how you pronounce that. Again, I'm probably going to butcher a lot of these cards, so I apologize about that. Book of the Law, Herald of Ultimateness. Now this is actually an interesting card to me, because I did actually have a deck which was called Perfect Agents back in the day, which revolved around Herald of Perfection, obviously the agent cards. So seeing this card kind of brings back a little bit of memories from that. We get another Drytron in Delta Alatis. We get another Nightmare card in the Nightmare Griffin, Drytron Beta Restaban, and then we get a Live Twin Lilla, I guess is how I pronounce that card. So that's pretty cool. That's another card that can go into the Evil Twin or Twin deck, but we'll put that down here because it is a holographic card, and move on to pack number 3. So what I am hoping, guys, is I'm hoping to be uploading a lot more content going forward at a more consistent basis. I'm going to start building decks on like EDA Pro and stuff, some of the old school decks I used to run, and kind of explain my thought processes behind running them in that particular format back when I was running it and all that kind of stuff. So I am looking to expand the content very, very soon. So hopefully we can bring some more stuff to you guys. We get a Invoke Maligancia, Magicus. I don't know how to pronounce that card, so we'll just move on. Another Magicus card, a Performage Damage Juggler, a Magicus Virata, Cyber Skagit, that's a pretty cool looking card, and then another card for our twin deck with Live Twin Key Sekill. I don't know if I'm butchering these cards names, guys. I apologize. It's pretty much the first time that I'm seeing this set in person. Obviously I've watched a few opening videos and stuff, but it's the first time I've actually seen the set in person, so I do apologize if I butcher some of the card names. Moving on to our next pack here, we get a Magicus Invocation, a Signet Regression, Bottomless Trap Hole. That's a really nice reprint, actually. I'm going to put that up with a nice Nightmare stuff because that's pretty cool. Star Drawing, Engraver of the Mark, another Herald of Ultimateness, and a Live Twin Home. So that's another card that we can look to potentially put in our twin deck if it is something that is ran in that particular deck. I will probably have a look at this stuff, for example, the Magicus cards and stuff, just to see if that's a deck that's worth building. I know that Drytrons at the moment are quite meta orientated, which is kind of why I want to build that deck. The twin deck just seems like a really fun deck to me to play, which would be pretty cool. And then the other stuff, I don't really know too much about the other archetypes that are in this set, apart from obviously the Nightmare cards. So I might have a little bit of a look into those just to see what they're like as well. So we get a Performage Hat Tricker, Magicus and Mastery, Drytron Eclipse, so we can put out our Drytron stuff, Invoke, I'm not going to try and even pronounce that, but another Invoked card, Backup Secretary, Cyber Angel Ben 10, and then a Varam, the Magicus Divinity Dragon. So it looks like the Magicus cards might be worth looking into as more of a fun deck maybe, or like an engine we can run as something else. As I said, I don't really know too much about this particular archetype or anything like that, but we can certainly have a little look into it and see what it's all about. So moving on to our next pack here. Including this pack, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 7, including this pack left of the right-hand side of the box. So we do get a extra Fordish Burial, another Drytron card in Aetherism, Performage Damage Juggler, Signet Regression, number 96 Dark Mist. So some of the reprints in here are really nice in my opinion. Live Twin Channel, another Live Twin card, and our first holographic card for the Drytrons in Draconids. I don't know how to pronounce the card's name. I apologize, guys. I'm going to butcher so many cards names in this particular opening, probably in any opening, to be honest. And for that, I do really apologize, as I said. But moving on to the next pack here, it looks like for the most part we've got more rares obviously in the Drytron category than we do in the twin category. I don't know whether twins are mostly holographic cards in this set. I'm not too sure. I can't remember off the top of my head, unfortunately. But moving on, another bottomless trap hole, a Nightmare Unicorn. That's our first unicorn we've pulled. So we've got Phoenix, Griffin and Unicorn, which is awesome. Another Magistus card in Magistus Invocation, Extra Foolish Burial, Evil Twin, GG Easy, Invoked, and then we get another Drytron card, which is awesome. Again, I'm not going to try and pronounce the card's name because I will just continue to butcher them. So I'm just going to go ahead and just say, oh, I get another one of these, because as I said, I don't want to go ahead and butcher these card names any more than I already have. But moving on to our next pack here, let's just see what this one has in store for us. So, Drytron, another Drytron card. I was going to try and pronounce that, and I remembered I'm not going to be able to. Performage Hat Tricker, another Dark Mist, Magistus Thurgy, I guess. I probably mispronounced that twice now. Born from Draconis, Performage Damage Juggler, and a Crowley, the Magistus of Grimoires, or Grimoires, I guess. So I'm definitely probably going to have a look into this particular archetype now that I've kind of pulled a few cards for it, just to see if it's worth something just to like play as fun, or I can put in like an engine into a different deck, or if it works with like Drytrons and Evil Twins. I've done a little bit of research into like the Drytron and Twin archetypes, so I kind of know which direction I want to go with those. But if I can be a little bit more intuitive with how I go about building my decks, then I will. We'll just have to wait and see how things go. But we get a Cyber Angel Ben 10 again, another Invoked, our second Nightmare Phoenix, Endymion, another Bottomless Trap Hole, Meteor Shower, Drytron Meteor Shower, and a Beat Cop from the Underworld. So this is basically essentially their new kind of version of Tour Guide. Don't know how good it is, but it's an Underworld card. It could be good, it could be awful. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see, obviously. But moving on to our third from last pack for this side of the box. And I know I've been taking a little while to open this, guys, but it's a new set for me. I'll probably go a little bit quicker on the second side. We'll have to wait and see. But we get a Cyberburst Gadget, another Extra Foolish Burial. I think we've now got a playset of this, could be wrong. Star Drawing, Performage Damage Juggler, another Dark Mist, that's the third Dark Mist. Born from Draconis, and a Cyber Emergency as our holographic card for that pack, which is awesome. I'm pretty sure that this is used in Cyber Dragons, which is nice to pull, because Cyber Dragons is kind of a deck that I'm also thinking of building outside of the Budget to Pro series. I'm trying to get a lot more back into the game in general, not just doing like the Budget Pro stuff and the opening stuff. I want to start playing again. I want to start kind of getting better at playing, because in the past I would play, but I wouldn't really like play as much as I would want to. Whereas now I've kind of found all of the hobbies and stuff that I want to continue with, and I want to kind of push on with. So that's kind of why YuGiOh's kind of been something that I've got back into quite heavily, or card games in general. So we get a Drytron Eclipse, another Bottomless Trap Hole, Backup Secretary, Engraver of the Mark, Book of the Law, a Drytron Gamma, and Secret Password is a holographic card, which is a card for the Twin deck. So I'll put that down here and put the rares up here. So basically what I've been doing here, guys, if you haven't really been catching on, anything that's a bit of a staple card, so for example the Bottomless, the Nightmare stuff, I've been putting in one pile, the Drytrons in another, Twins in another. All the other rares, I'm not too sure what they do or anything, has gone into this pile just in the top right hand corner that's kind of in shot, and obviously all of our holographics are down in the bottom of the shot. But moving on to the final pack of the right hand side of the box, we have another Nightmare Griffin, a Live Twin Channel, another Invoked, a Drytron Zeta. I'm not going to try and even pronounce the last word on that particular card, a GG Easy, another Unicorn, that's awesome to see, and a Live Twin Home as our super, which is our second Live Twin Home, and I think that's our first duplicate holographic card, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool that we're starting to see a few duplicates. Obviously, we're not going, as I said, we're not going to get everything we need for each deck in this particular box, I don't think, but at least we can start building the decks a little bit more than we would do, obviously, in other circumstances. So moving on to the next pack, which is the first pack of the left-hand side of the box here. And we have another Invoke Fusion Monster. I think this is like the 5th or 6th one we've pulled of that guy. A Phoenix, a Endymion, another Bottomless, Drytron Meteor Shower, a Cyburst Gadget, and then we've got another Divinity Dragon as the holographic card for the pack. And then moving on to the next pack of the left-hand side of the box here. Let's see if we can continue getting some Drytrons or some twin cards. That'd be awesome. So extra Foolish Burial, Star Drawing, Perform Ace Damage Juggler, Dark Mist, Born from Draconis, Drytron Eclipse even, and then we have a Drytron Super Rare, which we actually haven't got yet. So that's, I can't even get my words out. Absolutely awesome to see. I wonder if people try and put Drytrons and Cyber Dragons together. I'll have to have a look into that. That'll be quite interesting to see, in my opinion. But moving on to the next pack here. See what we can get from this. So another Bottomless Trap Hole, Backup Secretary, Engraver of the Mark, I don't know why I put Backup Secretary there, Book of the Law, Drytron Gamma, another Griffin, and then we get our second ultra rare in Evil Twins, Key, Skilly and Lilala, I guess is how you pronounce that card's name. Again, I've probably butchered that quite heavily, but regardless, that's our second ultra. We have 2 ultras now, 1 Drytron and 1 twin card, which is actually pretty awesome to see, if I'm going to be honest, which means we've got 1 of each in ultra rare, which means we are on a good path in my personal opinion. So moving on to the next pack, we have Live Twin Channel, another Invoke, another Zeta, GG Easy, our 3rd unicorn, so we've now got a playset of unicorns, an Eclipse, which needs to go there, sorry. And then we get another Magistus card in Glass Goddess. As I said, don't really know too much about the Magistus cards, so I'll have to do a little bit more research into that particular archetype just to see if it's worth me potentially building the deck for. But moving on to the next pack here, we get a Meteor Shower, a Verata, a Challenge. I think this is our first challenge that we've pulled. Another Invoked, Invocation, a World Legacy World Lance. That's our first World Legacy card that we've pulled. And then we get an Incantation Chalice Slime. Not really what we're looking for, I don't think, but regardless, it's something new in the super rare. So we'll kind of start stacking these on top of the other supers, I think. Moving on to the next pack here. Let's see what this has in store for us. So we get Born from Draconis, another Griffin, another Meteor Shower. That's our second challenge, which is awesome to see. Cynet Regression, another Unicorn, and our second Cyber Emergency. That's actually really nice to see, because that's moving to a playset of the Cyber Emergency. So if I do want to go down the Cyber Dragon route, we have 2 of those already, which is nice to see. Saves us a little bit of money on the single cards as well. Next pack here, oh, nearly dropped everything. We have a Dark Mist, a Drytron Beta, a Zeta, Herald of Ultimateness, another World Lance, our second World Lance now, Cyburst Gadget, and a Transmegatus, however you pronounce the card's name. As I said, I'm probably butchering literally everything in this set, which I do apologize if I am. So how many packs we got left? We've got 5 packs left of the box. Let's see what they have in store for us. Let's see how lucky we can potentially get. So we get our 3rd challenge. I'm pretty sure this is our 3rd challenge now, which is nice. Another Gamma, Evil Twin Present. I think this might be our 1st or 2nd present. I'm not too sure. I can't actually remember now. Backup Secretary. I'm pretty sure this is actually running the twin deck, but can't remember off the top of my head. Doubter, extra Foolish Burial, and then we get another Alpha, which I think is our 2nd Alpha now, which is awesome. Nice to see. So we now have 4 packs left. Let's see what they have in store for us here. So, Cynet Regression is the first card in the pack. Book of Law. I keep mispronouncing this card's name. It's probably the easiest card in the set. Cyber Angel Ben 10. A World Lance. Another Phoenix. And we get a present. I thought that was the last card of the pack, not going to lie. And then we get another Beat Cop from the Underworld. So our second Beat Cop in the opening here. Third from last pack, let's see if we can pull something that's to do with Drytrons or the Twins again. So, a Star Drawing, a Asterism, I think that's our first Asterism, I could be wrong. Delta, Engraver of the Mark, Verata, Channel, and a second Glass Goddess. So 2 more packs left of the box. And this has a GG Easy, Born from Draconess, Backup Secretary, another Invoked Fusion, Book of the Law, another Invoked Fusion, and we get a Chalice Slime as the super rare. So we are down to the final pack of the opening. Let's see what this bad boy has in store for us. So, Asterism, Griffin, Unicorn, World Lance, Phoenix, Ultimateness, and a Magicist of Vere. I don't know how to pronounce that particular card, but regardless, an ultra rare to round off the end of the opening there. So I'm just going to quickly pull together all of these cards that are holographic, put them into kind of order of anything that we've got duplicates of, go through that, and then that will be the end of the video, guys. So I will be back in just a moment. Alrighty guys, so I've got everything kind of in order, so to speak, for the cards that we did pull on the holographic side. So we got ourselves a Dracondis, a Keyskillo and Lelala, and a Magicist of Vere. Then got 2 Incantation Chalice Slimes, 2 Beat Cops from the Underworld, 2 Cyber Emergencies, 2 Drytron Alphas, 2 Live Twin Homes, 2 Glass Goddesses, 2 Divinity Dragons, 2, however you pronounce that card's name, a Secret Password, Magicist for Grimoires, however you want to pronounce that, another Drytron card, and then we've got Key Skilly, or however you pronounce it, and Lelala as well. So that's literally everything for the holographics for the set. I'm not going to worry about going through all the rares because you guys probably don't really care about those if I'm honest. But regardless, I'm quite happy with the cards that we did pull from the set. I knew for a fact that the cards that we're going to pull on the holographic side for both the Twins and the Drytrons were going to be a little bit harder to get duplicates of. For example, we only got 2 of the Live Twin Supers there. We only got 1 of this guy. We only got 2 homes, which is not too bad to be fair. I only need 1 more if we do need to play that. Again, same with the Alpha. And yeah, so it wasn't too bad overall. If I am going to be perfectly honest with you guys, I'm actually quite happy with the cards that we've pulled from this set. As I said, I'm going to have a little bit of a look into the Magicist kind of archetype just to see if it's something that's worth delving into. If not, everything's probably just going to go into the binder from that particular archetype. But I know I'm definitely going to be building Drytrons and Twins. So those are 2 decks that I'll be looking to kind of invest in going forward. But regardless of that, guys, that's going to do it for this particular video. I hope you did enjoy it. One thing I will mention is I have made a Patreon, which you can find a link to in the description down below. That particular Patreon will help me provide content such as this. It will help me continue to make the videos for the Budget Pro Sealed Only series, which will have a little bit of a change on both the deck and the kind of rule set as well when that particular video is released a little bit later on during this particular month. It will also help fund and help me produce a card game that I'm currently working on. It's a card game I've been working on for quite a while. I'm just trying to tinker around with the rules and stuff before I start posting content on the YouTube channel for it, which again, I'll leave a link in the description down below too if you are interested in that. And one other thing I will mention is I will be starting up a channel for Warhammer miniatures and just miniatures in general. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, I will leave a link in the description down below to my other channel once the channel's gone live and I've actually started to make content for that channel. So I don't want to leave a link for that channel down below and then it never kind of transpires until like a few months down the line. I have miniatures that I've got built, I have paints, I have some miniatures I still need to build as well. So if you are into that, there will be a link in the description down below for that as well. But regardless, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be here in a few days' time, more than likely, to bring you guys the other box opening that I do have ready and waiting to be